Alright, today we're at the I think it's newly permanent Patriot Park, Victoria, Texas. Very newly put down. They have just little flag markers for the tees. So I'm going to be relying pretty heavily on U-Disc to get the right locations for each of the tee pads and whatnot. Seems like it's accurate. I know that they've used this course for the Victoria Open in previous years, and I think they just now put in permanent baskets and things. So it doesn't have any OB markers yet. I'm guessing the road's going to be OB. First screen is kind of an island down there, it looks like. So I'm just going to be guessing at what the standards are going to be as far as the OBs, and if there's any Mandos. I'm not going to probably know about those because there's almost no signage whatsoever. So it should be fun. Really, this is a little bit shorter than Fox's Bend, but still a pretty long course. I mean, the first hole is a par 4, 600 something feet. So it's going to be two pretty big sins just to try and get near the green. But I should probably, like Fox's Bend, I should probably just play for par and not try to do anything crazy birdie wise. So at least the bricks have distances on them. Number 1, 650 feet. I'm going out by my car there, and I'm probably, first long throw of the day. Probably just gonna throw a destroyer and keep it to the right. Try and keep it away from the street mostly. I think I'm going to lay up my second shot instead of trying to bomb one at the green. Depending on where I'm at anyway. Course management, that's the key here. Oh, that's slipped. Stay right. Oh no. I'm guessing that's going to be OB. I'm going to play it as OB, but wow, that was pretty awful. I'll play a second shot here. Play this Firebird. Actually, since the wind's kind of going to the right like that, I'm going to throw it back in. Nose up, classic. Get down, jeez. Oh, that's two terrible throws to start the day. So distance-wise, that wasn't too bad for my probably OB disc. It was in that cactus there. Comparatively speaking, Firebird's way back here. So, yeah. Okay, so looking at my fourth shot, I guess like normally I would be throwing 3 from over here, but whatever, since I already took the second off the tee. And I think I'm going to try and forehand again because that was really janky. I'm a better forehander than that, I think. This time I'm going to go right up the street here. Better throw. And a much better result. So I got about 210 to the basket. I'm going to go with the Harp. I was debating, I've got a second Sentinel. Fortunately, I had the foresight to buy 2 when I picked one up. But I think the distance is fine for just a full Harp. I don't think I need to tone it down or anything. This should be pretty decent, like distance-wise. If you throw it on the right line. I think I got a putt for 6. Rough. Double or worse to start the morning. A little longer than I'd prefer for the first part of the day, and especially for a double. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, yeah. Oh. Oh. Throw nose down. It wasn't good. Gotta really work the wrist. Alright, well that sucked. So number 2 is 526 feet. I wish they had the pars on the stones. I didn't check U-disc right here because I was just mostly trying to originally get a distant or a get the location of the actual basket. I'm gonna go with the strike. I'm gonna throw that tree straight ahead. Hopefully this is a par 4 and not a 3 because that's a long ass way. Much better launch angle, maybe a tiny bit low, but that's fine. So on the walk over, I checked U-disc. It is a par 4. That's good because I'm going to try and forehand this destroyer. Make sure to bring it far enough left to start, and I've got this ceiling of this tree here, but that's fine. It should be. I think I can get it there despite the ceiling. Gotta hook up and get right. Flare. I might have overshot it a little bit distance-wise, but I'm okay with that. Okay, so it doesn't look like I overshot it. This is probably what? About 28 feet. A little bit of a drop off behind the basket. I'm missing on that right edge again. That wasn't bad. That was a decent putt. I just gotta focus on middle post. According to Victoria Parks, it used to be an old quarry of some sort. I totally forget what type, but it feels like it. The ground's super uneven. Well, that should have arguably been a birdie. 243 feet. Uphill though. I'm actually pretty intrigued at this. I'm gonna throw my new Sirius, new Sirius Sentinel. Gonna just put it out to the right and let it come back. Into a little headwind though. Come back. Okay, there we go. I thought I pulled it a little bit at first. I was like, dude, it's ultra overstable. Another longer birdie opportunity. I think this is better than last time. On number 2 there, moments ago. It is elevated though. I'm going to have to make sure to throw it. And not to step on fire ants. The fire ants in Victoria are crazy. There you go, that one was long enough to hyzer out at the end. Okay, number 4 is 325 feet according to that. Straight ahead. This is the first hole, as you'll see with the U-disc view. First hole where water comes into play on the right side. So I'm going to throw stuff that stays away from that, ideally. And I think because there's no wind or anything, I think I'm going to throw Star Wraith. Let's try and throw it flat at the little left of the trees on the right, making sure it fades away from any semblance of water. That's away from it, all right. Pretty ho-hum. Okay, it's about 152 feet to the basket from here. I'm gonna throw the harp. starting it right, it'll fade back, but I'm gonna make sure to have it on a bit of a hyzer. There is a little bit of a cliff, probably, I don't know, it's like maybe 20 feet past the basket or right of it. So again, favoring the left side a bit. Wind's coming at us, so it's gonna turn stuff over, I think. Should be pretty good. A little short, maybe? That's fine. Good and safe. Again, don't want to lose anything in the water before the event. It actually is a pretty cool view. Especially in the sun, I think. Should get sun for the event. But yeah, kind of neat overlooking the water's edge and stuff. About 21 feet. That's a much more confident putt. I wasn't timid about the breeze. Number 5 is a par 4, 627 feet. You can see the basket's edge down there when I was walking up. It's kind of behind that first hill here on the left. This one looks on UDisc like it has water. When I was driving in, it looks like it's been filled with, like, I don't know, just coarse sand or dirt or whatever. So, I don't think we'll have to worry about it, and 2, I don't think I have the distance to worry about it off the tee. So, I'm going to play these little stanchions, these little pylons or whatever as OB, the edge of them, in similarity to the other Riverside courses. So, throwing the strike, just trying to keep good footing and get it out there with. That was a pretty good rip, I think. It's probably in the non-existent water. So day of the tournament, I might want to consider throwing it more right because of the footing. I mean, it's not the worst ever, but it's pretty annoying. Okay, so it looks like it's about 315 feet. I'm going to throw the Star Wraith. The right side looks like it's been filled in from where it connects to the ponds, so it doesn't appear that it's going to be that water will be an issue. The one thing I can think of is if they might play it as a hazard area, like have it defined, because it does have kind of a consistent outline around the edge. I'm not going to play it like that today because I don't want to. But yeah, just going to throw this Star Wraith. Try and start it a little bit right and let it come back. That's a little left of where I wanted, but that was a good throw. Pretty good. I released it a little bit hyzered, and so it went left. I think if I had released that flat, it probably would have stood up a little bit more right and followed the line I wanted. Okay, so I got about 72 feet. This isn't one of the standard putt type distances, but I think it's a Nova runner distance. I'm going to put it on Annie and just kind of let it flow back toward the basket. And if I screw it up, well, whatever. It should be close enough. That's the key. Close enough. Oh, unless it cut rolls. Oh, that's dumb. Maybe a hyzer line would have been better there. But either way, I mean, like I said, close enough. And that was really fucking dumb. I should have gotten a distance there just to have the mental, like, confidence, because as soon as I released it, I was like, ooh, I don't know if that's quite confident distance. But if I'd measured it out, it's probably like 18 feet. That should, for me, normally be a pretty high percentage. So that's the number 5 basket we just finished at. Here's the entrance to the park. Pretty snazzy. Looks like they have a wall of heroes type deal. I would dare say probably the best entrance signage of the 3 courses. I mean, two are at the same park, so I guess that doesn't exactly count. But oh wow, that's a fair amount of water. Number 6 should be right up here. These can't even see if, oh yeah, there they are. Neon little tag deals. So it says 388 on the thing, so maybe they've moved them up from years prior, because UDisc says 4 something, which would be a really big sin for me. I'm going to send the Shrike. I'm just gonna try and rip into it. Good form, good pull. I'm probably gonna put it out kind of to these telephone poles right there, because I want to stay safe with the OB. And it's probably not reachable in any case unless I throw the greatest throw of my young disc golfing career. Oh, come back. Shit. I don't know what it is about shrikes and water, but they love that shit. It's fine. It didn't go in. Stayed on the edge. Sketchy as hell. Oh, stop cranking them over, you moron. So I just lasered it from that awkward water stance. I mean, not quite water, whatever, you know what I mean. But it's about 252. I'm gonna just record me throwing from there rather than the basket and the disc flight, because it looks like it could be entertaining if I were to slip or something. Not to wish myself ill will or anything. Oh, this kind of sucks. Yeah, I found a hat. Gross. Cool, I managed not to die. That's always a bit bonus. Yeah, whatever. Well, this, in all likelihood, is not going to be a bogey. Or not going to be a par. It's likely to be a bogey. I hope it's not worse than a bogey. Holy damn, that would be depressing. Anyway, throwing the Hunter. It's up on a hyzer. Going to let it kind of feed a little around the trees. The other option would be just a low play. Throw the harp up. Hope it doesn't snag in the grass. But I think the hyzer is more. I think I'm more confident about it. I'm tickling them trees. I'm so busy trying to figure out my footing and stuff that I didn't look up my next hole on UDisc. I think it's over here maybe. I don't know. Can't read the numbers from here. There we go. Full follow through. Even if I don't need to, just follow through. It's frequently an issue. I just kind of abbreviate. I don't know. So it seems like there's a lot of hiking from hole to hole. We're going back out the gate and this way apparently, which is kind of out into the middle of nowhere. I was like looking at the, where 7 was, and it's like, oh, 16's there, 18's over there, and I'm just like, all right, but where's 6 on this map? I think I figured it out though, and I think I see the basket. I don't see the tee. Oh, I think I see the tee box. I think it's over there. So yeah, crossing a lot of streets. It'll be interesting. Given that this was a former quarry, that's not very reassuring. So number 7, par 3, 300 feet. Lots of water left. I'm going to try to avoid that by throwing it way out to the right. Yeah, what do I want to throw? It's into a headwind, and I'm not super concerned about distance. I would like to avoid losing any discs, obviously. That's probably not the best way to think and look at each hole, but that's fine. I'm going to throw it way out right. Destroyer. I'm a little more warmed up than my first destroyer throw, so I'm much more confident that this is going to go not as terribly. A little short, but I'm really happy with that line. Good, safe, kept everything left out of play. Oh, that's sneaky. From the tee box, it just looks like it's like a little, dirt, like a dirt ditch, and there's water in it. And here's where I landed. That's really, maybe I'll just start it at the freaking, oh, I can actually cuss. Yeah, I'll start at the fucking street next time. I just did that profanity video yesterday. I'm still in no profanity mode. Anyway, this is, I don't know, 50 something, actually sorry, more than that. Probably 60, 70 feet. Gonna go at it with a harp. Kind of boring, I'm just like using harp all the time, but it's just so consistent. Little floaty float. It came out with a bit of flutter, but that was mostly by design because I did want it to not get enough spin to hyzer its happy ass into the drink. Eight holes in, I don't know what I think of this course. Hole 8 is 550, water still along the left side. It kind of goes around that corner behind those trees there. The U-disc satellite view is probably going to be better for that. But yeah, there's so much potential trouble, and it's far enough away that you can play around it or play away from it almost all the time, which is good for me. As a rec player. Yeah, dang no. I want something a little more stable going into this wind. So I'm gonna throw the destroyer. Actually, you know what? Let's throw this Explorer. It's been turning right on me lately. So into this little breeze, it should be good. Explorer, trying to keep it right out by the street. I don't want it to hyzer back too much. But yeah, just all the water and all the, I don't know how I feel about it yet. This course, I mean. That's very nose up, but very safe. Good position. This is being that it's as long as it is, it's going to be a play for par hole. All right, so not bad. Good position play. Basket's kind of behind those trees. I'm going to backhand the destroyer just out at that playground thing. I think you can see it. You know what? I'll zoom in. Yeah, so that playground thing. Put it way out there. That should be safe enough that you can't get up to much fuckery. And I'm going to try and release it lower and flatter. I keep kind of releasing things nose up. It's been a hassle. Sort that out right now. That sucks. Get down. Ugh. What the hell did I step on? ridiculous. So I'm safe, no thanks to that retarded ass footing. Yeah. Tree branch, fuck you. Anyway, I'm gonna set the camera up just a little bit ahead of where I'm throwing from. Should leave a pretty cool view of the disc. You know, leaving my hand pretty close. What do I think this is? I think it's 90-ish feet, maybe 110. 37 yards. 111? Dang, I'm kind of good at that. Ish. So again, the harp is so clean, so reliable. 110. This is similar to the shot I threw on four. And the wind's into us a touch. Let it fade. Come on, fade, stupid. It's a little longer than I meant. The wind held it flat. Not the worst thing in the universe. Alright, 21 feet for par. I would have preferred to not be so long, but the line is okay. Ifs and buts, right? Ifs and buttholes. That was a good release. Really happy with that. I just reached out to the chain, reach out to the pole, but that sounds a little, whatever. It would appear that number 9 is on the other side of this playground thing. I was trying to aim that destroyer throw that ended up so convoluted. Yeah. I can't just walk past that. Look at that. That looks fun. Almost hit nuts first into that thing. Number 9, 270 feet. We've gotten to our first woods hole. Ish, no, whatever. I'm gonna just throw it down this right tunnel. Throw a destroyer. Ugh, it's kind of gross going over that water. I really would prefer my shit not get knocked down into it. There's a lot of forced water stuff here. There's another hole later, I think. I don't think there's a bridge. I think I'm gonna have to walk across like that thing, and then when it gets back over there, it doesn't look like there's a bridge over there. Unless I'm blind. That's feasible. Whew. What to throw? Do I want to do the destroyer? It's into a little breeze. I think the DX Wraith. This thing's all beats of shit. It should hyzer flip a little, but I don't care vastly about that. I care that just stay low. If I keep the trees out of play, you know, I'm overthinking it. Come back. That went fucking forever. Oh well. Safe. It's a par hole. Oh yeah. So it took the water way out of play. I mean, like, it's only, I don't know, 60 feet in front of the tee pad, but really I did not want to tinker with that at all. So mission accomplished. That was non-tinkered. I'm gonna try and run this. I'm gonna throw a low ante jump putt. And really I'm going for par, but it's like a half half run. Should be very safe. Yeah, very safe. Didn't get it remotely toward the basket, but that's because I was afraid of just yeeting it 70 feet past. That would have been awkward. Do 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 do. Hooray, par. Alright, number 10 is 323 feet. Just kind of straight through those trees. I know yesterday's profanity video, I said I'm not a very prodigious thrower of rollers, and I'm not. But this seems like a roller hole. Everything's kind of blocked off. I don't have the height. I don't have the power to go high. So I want to try to poke and hope, again, DX race with a roller type thing. Maybe I'll get it down in time to actually roll somewhere. But that's what practice rounds are for. So let's try this. Oh, get down. Oh. It's almost cool-ish. I would have loved to have seen if that rolled. It looked like it landed at the right angle. I just didn't throw it at the ground. Yeah, I mean, not throwing it at the ground is one thing, but center punching this guy is another thing entirely. I haven't thrown a flex forehand fairway, or not flex forehand, sorry. A turnover forehand fairway in a while. I just added the more visible Leopard 3 because the other one, the tie-dye, just disappears. So what I'm trying to do, throw it out to the right, let it stay on its leftward fade. I don't think it should turn back, but that's what I'm here to test. That was actually really good. I'm super pleased with that. Good lesson learned. And it really didn't take much. You know, I just throw it like a normal forehand and it just goes left instead of right. It's a longer putt for par than I wanted, but that's what happens when you play fuck games off the tee pad. Pretty okay run. That's very nearly out of my standstill range. Pretty close. I mean, I think I could get maybe a little bit more on it, but whatever. So that puts me at +5 through 10 holes. Number 11 is 344 feet. It kind of curves to the right a little bit, and I'm trying to find an optimal angle. Yeah, that's a good view of the basket. Because it's 344, I'm just gonna send the shit out of a forehand destroyer. And basically it's kind of like a little tunnel shot, but it should fade right at the end. And if I throw this hard enough, maybe it'll be close. Hard enough or well enough? Well enough and hard enough? Both of them? Oh, I got it a little bit in. So I was trying to flex it to get that little extra distance. It ended up in the trees right. Shouldn't be bad. It's kind of unique. I might have a step out type shot. Directly behind is Fuckville, USA. And that's not a real line right there. So I think if I throw through this gap here, and with like a harp little hyzer, I think it'll fade out in time to look pretty cool As long as I execute. Yeah, it's going to be a forehand harp. Gotta execute. Straddle forehand harp. Ooh, whatever. Oh no, that was so good. I just needed it above that or below it, and it's fucking magnificent. About 24 feet. Should be in my wheelhouse. So I guess it's not too bad that 11 kind of brings you to where 9 crosses. Kind of makes sense without a bridge. So I guess it's still a little bit of walk because 12's kind of across the water that way. There's 9, 9's T-pad, you know, it's freaking flags and grass. Number 12 is 270. Should be gettable. These trees right are left of the water line. I don't think it extends down there to any threatening degree. And I was just looking at it on UDisc, and first glance I was like, ooh gosh, like water close, no bueno. But it looks like it's a decent ways away. This is downwind, 270 downwind. I can reach that, and so I just need to execute. I'm gonna throw the star wraith on the right side. Let it fade back toward the basket. Woo. Good execution. Yeah, that's a very satisfactory result. Oh, almost missed low because I just like so eager to throw in the birdie. Don't miss low on 7-foot putts. It's a good way to end up throwing yourself into a pond. Alright, so I saw this little, I don't know, bridge? What do you call that? Even a bridge? Like a little, oh my gosh, I'm snagged on something. Fishing line. It's like something was chasing me. I was like, ah! Oh no, so, as I was saying, not really a bridge, more, I don't know, whatever it is. I was looking and I was like, oh, it's across this. But, and the hole is only like, I think 250 something. But apparently it's uphill over this. You know what, let's go walk hole 13. $255. Looks like there's a right lane, if you want to call it that. And it looks like there's a left lane, if you want to call that. I think the play is going to be thumber, some sort of overhand. Oh, a tilt. Just chuck a tilt hard and high overhand like a baseball. But where's the fucking basket? Oh, found it. Okay. So I mean, even a forehand destroyer stays away from all this without bringing all the other kind of weirdness into play. A friggin' hyzer spike. I think I could probably hyzer spike something that far. I don't know. Maybe I'll play a few different lines on this hole and only record my first one. Because it looks fun. Looks like a unique hole compared to these other kind of flat, boring ones out here. As I look at the sky, oh, the sky. Flat, boring sky out here. Anyway, yeah. So for my actual play, I've chosen to throw a thumber. Thumber with the Firebird. I know it tends to want to go up and then fall right, I think. Yeah, up and fall right. And I've definitely decided not to go the spike hyzer route because there's this fucking guy just fucking around. He's fucking up my dreams and shit. But I'll use him as a way to frame the shot with no regrets, no remorse. No remorse is a better word. Anyway, summer, Firebird, going over. Where do I go? Okay, not the worst thing ever. So, coming up the slope, Firebird's there. That was fun and all, but I think it's kind of fighting the wind when it gets up in the air. Plus, look at the destroyer that I just did a traditional forehand with up the hill. That's way sexier. So, now I know standard forehand up the hill with destroyer is the play for, what is this, 13? Or whatever the hell hole this is. It's kind of blustery at the top of the hill. This is just going to be a harp. Pretty standard, pretty boring, but we're just getting our pars. Oh, get down. Oh my gosh. Wind ate it. Oh, that was stupid. Fuck me sideways. Shit. Another joyous case of the post-birdie fuck-ups. This was not great. I can still say far. I gotta stay positive. Still say far. Uphill is probably about 25 something feet. Up the slope, fine. Get there. Oh, get the fuck. So I was just looking and I was like, where? I see a basket. I was like, where's 14? And then I was running down off of this hill. I saw that. Don't know if I can get it up high enough, but I saw that there are flags right here. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, there they are. Whatever. Anyway, there's number 14. I don't see any water. There's that high grass that's slightly unnerving. 398, but downhill. I'm going to throw it out to the right and see if I can get my strike to glide nicely. I haven't actually played a lot with elevation, so I don't really know how dramatically it lets your disc glide out if you throw a good one. But we might learn here. Again, strike, just throwing it out to the right. Hopefully it doesn't turn over too much in the breeze though. Oh, I cranked that one. Coming back hard. Okay. Yeah, kind of pulled across my body, which is why it started out way out to the right. For a second I was curious if it was going to hit those telephone wires. That would be humorous, but probably not optimal for disc flight. Okay, I got about 108 feet to the basket. Rather than deal with the right to left wind, I'm going to forehand the harp this time, learning my lesson. And as it's only 108, it should be pretty, I mean, I don't have to put a lot on this. Get up. Yeah, that's fine. Not exactly the tap in I wanted. Little low, little right, but it's in. Number 15 is 316 feet. I'm very curious because it looks shorter from the actual tee pad. From the edge of the teeing area. .103. So 309. Which, yeah, that's negligible. That's not something I would have been able to calculate on my own. It looks so short though. And as such, I'm caught between forehanding the destroyer down there. It's probably the most consistent way to try and get 300 feet. It is downwind a little, so that helps again with the destroyer thing. Wraith. See, the thing about going right though is if that's OB, then you're teeing from back there. Whereas the destroyer I can take on a line that's over the inbounds the whole time. So yeah, because of that, trying to be smart about it. I'm gonna go with the destroyer, throw out to the left, forehand, should fade right at the end. And I think it'll have the distance. Plus, it's in the safest position the entire way down the hole, length of the hole. Stand up, get right. That was came out wobbly. I kind of turned my hand over. Damn. That said, if I turn it over with a backhand and it dumps out into this shit, it's gone forever. I mean, throwing 3 from here. There's probably going to be a drop zone. I don't know where they'll put the drop zone. I think they were supposed to, someone said they were supposed to do like about a week beforehand. They were waiting on like parks to come out and do some stuff, I think. But yeah, so even that really, really miserable throw is still a very, very safe par. Or should be, we'll see. I'm gonna try and long run this. That's a decent effort, better than my last one. And par on 15. Number 16 is interesting, 396. It's on a bit of an upslope, and behind that upslope is water. I can't reach the basket in this headwind. Trying to figure out what to throw. I'm thinking hyzer flip the strike, and if it goes left, then that's fine. I'm gonna probably throw at this big puffy tree there. Yeah. And I'm playing this one for par. It's a par 3. Oh, gotta get right. Oh, that's trouble. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Oh, huh. I overestimated my strength. That went nowhere near the water because that distance was trash. So positionally speaking, this isn't bad. I think I'm going to forehand the Bobcat from here. I don't know the exact distance. It looks like 140, 150 maybe. Into a headwind. Maybe it might be safer to just fling a Firebird. 47 yards. Yeah, what's that? 141? And it is uphill, so yeah, I like the Bobcat play. I don't think, yeah. Gotta make sure to pop the wrist. That wrist pop. That's pretty good. That's really good. Take that all fucking day. Whew, almost didn't go over the top. Number 17, 637 feet. It's basket's kind of just on the right edge of that big weird, is that? I don't think it's brick, I think that's wood. Anyway, that big wood building deal, shed-like, shed-esque. Anyway, downwind, I'm going to, what do I like downwind? Oh, Blizzard Katana. Duh. Yeah. I've been feeling pretty confident about my throws right now. I'm sure this will, have a say in whether that continues or not. Yeah, Blizzard Katana downwind. Looks like it's wide open. I don't see any water on U-disc or anything. So I'm just gonna try and crank this fucker. And generally keep it right, because I don't want to be behind that stupid shitty building shanty. Oh, that's bad. Come back. Oh. I throw so weakly, it's not even like, I freaking shank right, dead pull is still not even, reaching the shit. Okay, I guess that wasn't even ultra terrible. It's actually a pretty good position. I'm going to forehand destroyer down this left side. But yeah, this actually, I came out over all this shit and it finally faded out. But really, that wasn't, I mean, outside of maybe being a little closer in to get more distance, like toward the basket. As far as misses go, this one's fairly reasonable. What else? I don't trust my Wraith forehand. It gets flippy. Destroyer though, Destroyer's an old reliable. Anyway, throwing, kind of walking on a downhill slope. This is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to pay attention to my footing. And then just throw down this line of trees, ideally right of them, fade right. There's a little bit more of a hyzer angle I wanted. More than I wanted, at least as far as the release. I would have preferred to release that a little more flat. I think the final step down to the lie was kind of slightly skewed my timing, but can't blame that. That was just me advancing the disc. Okay, so I have 150 feet to the basket. Wind's kind of behind. I was thinking of going with the Sentinel, but I'm going to go with the Harp instead, just because I think with the downwind, it's going to play okay. I don't think I need the extra glide, and there's OB a little bit longer. The forehand Bobcat could be good too. Like from right here, this is a very safe line. You know what? I'm just going to forehand the Harp. Feel more confident about that. Won't go too long, I don't think. And I can just, yeah, I like it. Oh, I cranked it over. You're right. I think the Bobcat was probably the play. I think I would have had to throw it less hard. Well, I'm done gone and cock blocked myself. I could go low. I could kind of do this little dealio, and I don't like that. I think these branches aren't that tough. I think my disc is gonna plow through them and fuck up their world. I don't think I have to do anything particularly crazy. Okay, well that was a terrible release anyway, so that tree kick is whatever. That was unnecessary. And possibly the most annoying part of this course's design. There's like a gateway down there. Number 18's T-pad is right here. There's a chain link fence all the way around. I mean, I could probably jump over that. Probably don't want to. I barely made it over my camera, but that was on a downslope, so whatever. That doesn't count. I think I could probably jump that. I don't want to though. Try not to dive for this tournament. But anyway, it's kind of a short hole. Looks like a little ace run type deal. I think it's at 214. I'll get more information when I get to the tee pad. So here's a look down the line. The tee pad says 224. UDisc says 213. I could laser it, but I don't care enough to. Oh yeah, so kind of a straight line. I guess you could go up here and try and hyzer spike it in there. It looks like that the branches of that tree down there though are right in line to block it. So left to right wind. This would potentially be a harp. I'd have to flex it. I don't want anything that's going to come back too hard. And ideally, I want something that'll move a little right, which means, Hunter, look at the freaking dome, I mean not dome, but like anti-dome. Anyway, I'm going to try and release it pretty hyzered. Hopefully it'll flip to flat and glide the rest of the way down there. And if not, then it's going to dump right, and it'll be a ho-hum par in all likelihood. But I'm going to run this. Oh, OB. I just threw it too far left to start. It was actually pretty okay. Tragic. Well, that was just wasteful. Now I don't know what to do. Wind's blowing this way. And I don't really have a great line. I mean, I guess that's fine. Or I could go the up and over. Woohoo! Just cost myself some extra strokes. But no, I think the backhand is going to be the safest play. Try and get my bogey now that I've already fucked up on the first one. What the fuck was that? That came out really peculiar. Here it is, 21 feet. Save bogey, keep the tournament hopes alive, or something. Dude, you're such a fucking retard. Fuck you. So there you have it, Patriot Park. Finished +8 with 3 very stupid strokes on 17 and then a double on 18. So I think this is my first time playing the course too, so playing it blind, +8, could have easily been +5, I mean just in those last 2 holes. And then I think not screwing up on 1 is going to help out in the tournament. I don't think. I would really hope that I don't go and make a 7 on number 1. That would be very distressing, mentally. It's a mental battle when you're out there. Oh, see, there's that thing on number, 5, 6, where I thought it would be potentially be a hazard area. This is what I saw driving in, and I was like, oh, okay, they must have blocked off, kind of dammed off where the water used to go. Which, that makes that hole, not having water there, makes the hole a lot more manageable in my opinion. But yeah, +8, could have been a lot better. It was fun. Again, the course is okay. It's a lot of long throws. I felt like I was trying to really send some of them, and that was probably to my detriment. But we'll see how it goes. February 13th, 14th. I'll definitely be reviewing this and the other 2 holes, other 2 courses, just to just prep for the tournament. I don't think I'll be out here again before that, just because it's like an hour-and-a-half drive. So yeah, decent day, but kind of cloudy. But yeah, it's a pretty course, outside of the rock shit.